Hey Sagittarius, it's Empress Rose here. Welcome to your reading. This is general reading, so take what works, leave what doesn't. And if I don't catch your wavelength or storyline here, check your other major placements. And Sagittarius, you guys always are the most viewed video I do, which I find funny. The only Sagittarius I have in my chart is my midheaven. So that was good. Thank you. All right, we're starting with, I got a new Oracle deck, Animal Spirit, and then I've mixed it with my Crow, Urban Crow. And then we're going to move on to, after we do the Oracle decks, we'll move on to a more traditional spread with the Muse Tarot. All right, Sagittarius. Huh. Interesting. Let's see where this goes. These all seem very random energies here. We have Beaver Spirit, lay a solid foundation. So we're going to be building up from here. This is foundational work. This is making sure that our dam is going to hold even as we build it up. So we don't want to be building on a shaky foundation. We want to be building on something solid. So laying a foundation, this could be, establishing boundaries. This could be doing some sort of behind the scenes work. This could be even going back to school, laying a foundation for a career in your future. So laying a solid foundation. We want it to be really good. We want it to be solid because we're going to be building up from there. So we don't want the shaky groundwork. So I really like the idea of this laying some groundwork, making sure that is all as solid as we can, right? There's always unintended consequences and things unfolding in different ways, but we're being smart. We're being careful about how we're beginning something, the beginning stages of something. We also have self-interest. So this is making sure that you have what you need, but not more than you need. Well, I don't really know how that's what wanted to come out there. This crow is taking the whole meal. Everyone's kind of foraging around here, and there's someone here that might be trying to take more than what they need. They're just looking out for themselves, not realizing that they need to be sharing something. So this could be, but there's also a sense in which we all deserve to have some self-interest and to be, maybe this crow skipped the last couple feasts. And so now they're like, well, I'm going to take a little extra this time because I have that need. So, so this has to do with thinking about needs, thinking about your needs. This could be part of laying a solid foundation. It's making sure your needs are taken into account, making sure there's reciprocity, making sure that the self-interest isn't heavily weighted towards one person or another, but making sure resources are sort of resources, even like time, money, evenly divided among things. And then we have Otter Spirit. You are never alone. I'm not sure that's a really fun one. For me, I like to be alone. But you are never alone. So if you are feeling lonely or alone, this is reassuring you that you are never alone. There's like two otters here in a little embrace. There's like a heart, and there's one otter looking at you and one otter looking at the thing. So this could be about relationship. This could be about this could be a love reading where we're starting to lay some foundations. And of course, the foundation of the relationship is very important. It's not impossible, but it's difficult to go back and rewrite the rules. People feel cheated, or like, I agreed to this, and now that we have a mortgage together, you want to change the rules, and now that it's harder for me to get out of this, you want to change the rules of relating. And so this could be talking about like really wanting to make sure that when we start something, we start in a sense of equality, and we lay a really good foundation here. So this might have to do with a relationship, with community, something like that. Being with somebody else, laying a solid foundation for a relationship with somebody, or maybe even relaying a solid foundation, and making sure that that if we're being in community with people, that we're all getting our needs met, including you, but not just you. And then we have night. So we have this rest time, a dark time, a rest time. And look, they're all like, many of them are kind of paired off here. in their rest. So there's a rest time. You can't see much anyway, so, and it's just time. It's time for some kind of break, some kind of rest. If you're in a situation where you can't see what the next step is, maybe there isn't one. Maybe if you can't see what's happening here, or you can't see something, maybe just taking some rest, dreaming, a time to dream and envision something. Maybe you're envisioning a solid foundation, you know, for your next relationship, and what that might look like to you, what a solid foundation might look like to you, and what being in community with someone else might feel like and look like, and what would be important for you to give and for you to receive and for you to be able to take for yourself. What kind of relationship maybe would allow you to be yourself and take care of yourself while also being in community with somebody else. So there's a night here, time for dreaming, not time for action. And laying a solid foundation, right? That can be dreaming too. There's another card in another deck that talks about that, like we're dreaming. We're just dreaming right now. We're just envisioning something. So envisioning something, envisioning maybe your ideal relationship and what that looks like and what you can bring and what you receive. And maybe that's not even definable or expressible in words. Maybe we're talking about more energetically, like how that looks. Maybe looking out for yourself a little bit too. The self-interest, I don't see it as completely selfish. I see it as maybe people not liking it when you take care of yourself. And this otter spirit almost seems to be saying you already are in some community with other people. But it is also a time to dream and laying that solid foundation, which could be, you know, that planning stages and the initial stages, the blueprint. All right, Sagittarius, this is your past, your present, your inner landscape, what's at issue, your environment, to-do list, possible outcome. Ooh, yes, we've already seen 3 of these cards, 4 of these cards today. So that's interesting. Again, I always read that as the energies flowing through our world, affecting us all a little differently in different ways, but still having that collective experience. And in your recent past, you have 2 materials, a lot going on, a lot to handle, a lot to juggle, a lot needing to be negotiated in your real life. This isn't just thoughts and ideas and it is priorities, but it's also like the physical manifestation of those priorities. Time spent doing this, money spent on this, and negotiating that. So a lot on your plate, almost a struggle to keep it all going, keep it all moving, a struggle. Busyness and priorities all struggling for your attention, and you struggling and straining to pay attention to these things. It could also be some negotiation, but of course that's negotiation between activities in our lives. Like we have this thing to do and this thing to prioritize, and we can't combine them, so we're going to have to give them each their own due, and it's straining us. It's difficult. It's a very difficult balance, very difficult maybe scheduling, very difficult prioritization. And everything needed, all these balls need to be kept in the air. So in your current situation, though, you have 9 of emotions. You're very proud of what you've achieved. You've achieved some sort of emotional balance and something very happy, something that's made you elated and happy. And you're happy for people to see this. So there's a sense of you're not being private about how happy you are right now and what you've accomplished and what you've achieved. There's a lot of happiness here. There's something that you've achieved and you've accomplished, a wish maybe having come true, and you're very proud of it. This is not something private that you're hiding away. You want people to see. You're here to receive some congratulations. Maybe you're here to maybe even talk to people about how you did this and how happy you are. Like it's like you can't stop talking about how happy you are or what you've accomplished or what you've achieved here. Something here is making you very happy, and a wish has been granted, and you are elated. In your hopes, your fears, your inner landscape, we've got the devil. So you might even be wondering this yourself. So did I make a deal with the devil? Did I You may be worried about unintended consequences. You might be, maybe you achieved something, but how did you achieve that? Did you have to sacrifice part of yourself for that? Have you sacrificed your freedom for something? Maybe maybe you did, attract a partner, but now we're talking about like a contract or a commitment, or maybe you attracted a partner by being not who you were, by pretending to be interested in something that you're not interested in. And now you're looking at spending possibly the rest of your life pretending to be interested in something. So there could be some sort of obsession here. You could be obsessing about something. You could be addicted to something. There's something here that had an allure or has an allure, and you could be wondering and worrying that are there going to be consequences to pay for how I did this and how you accomplished something, but are there hidden consequences? And you could be worried about that, or worried about being stuck in a situation, or you could be dealing with some obsession here. The devil is just, and this is your hopes, your fears. So you're worried, either you're hopeful that a contract is going to emerge from this. You want that bondage. That's secure. It feels like security. It feels like it's bondage, but it's also a sense of security for both parties, right? So you could be wanting a sense of security, but there's always a sense of an unintended price, and of not being easily released of some sort of duty or some sort of obligation, a promise that's made in exchange for something else, and now you're not able to get out of it very much. Like maybe you just bought your dream house and you're very excited, you want everybody to come over, but now you have to pay this mortgage for the next 15 to 30 years or more if you have to end up refinancing because you can't afford it. So you could be a little bit worried about, okay, now I'm stuck with this thing. Now there's going to be some difficulty. So you could be seeing that and being worried about it. It doesn't mean it's true, but it could just be worrying about and concern about unintended consequences or not being able to get out of something very easily. What's at issue here is 4 of materials in reverse. There's some unfocused behavior, maybe letting go of an obsession. Right, this devil card is an obsession, and this is letting go of an obsession. Or this could also be 4 materials in the upright is a very focused behavior for a period of time. So this could be very focused, unfocused behavior, not focusing on something that is time critical and requires your attention right now. You could be just overly happy about something that you're letting some other work fall through the cracks. You're not being very focused. This could also be, there could be an obsession with something, an unhealthy obsession with the devil card here. You're really wondering about and you're worried about an unhealthy obsession. You could, it can be obsessive thoughts, and this 4 of materials in the upright always means to me like a period of time where we're very focused. So this could be like just very focused and obsessed, and the thing that you're obsessed about isn't very much. It's not a big deal. It's like there's a lot. This is like being very obsessed with a boy when there's like, men out there that are mature and are so much more, but you're obsessed with something that's not complete yet, not very much yet. So it could be that, or it could be letting go of something that you have been obsessed with, and in the process of letting that go. I mean, here you see you're worried about this devil energy. You're worried about this compulsive energy. And in this 4 of materials, you could be, letting go of compulsive energy. And maybe you're proud of yourself for how far you've come here. In your environment, you have 3 of emotions, lots of friends here. Oh, Otter Spirit, you're never alone. You're surrounded by people that care about you. There's friendships. There's sharing. There could be a party. There could be a get-together. There could be some sharing going on here, hopes and fears, some genuine sharing with some genuine people, some real people, having your tribe around you and enjoying them quite a bit. So around you, in your environment, there are friends getting together, possibly to celebrate this accomplishment. Your to-do list, I was thinking about this one earlier today too, is 4 of voices. Taking a break, taking a time out for the purpose of rejuvenation. This is a really lovely card. It is about renewal, not continuing to push something, but taking a break and taking some time out for healing. I think that's where I'm going with this, healing. Because where our bodies, healing is the natural state. If there's any additional energy beyond survival, our bodies use it to heal wounds, heal our sicknesses, and also emotional healing. So there could be some emotional healing that needs to be done here. Taking some rest so that your body has the energy to do this, the extra energy. Any energy that's beyond strictly maintaining life is being used to heal. That is a natural way. So healing is very natural. So allowing your energy to be healed, allowing time in your life for healing, allowing the rest that you need to heal from something. So there's a time out and a break, and this break can be very useful for rejuvenation, for healing. You know, you've worked very hard for something, to achieve something, and this is allowing some sort of rest and healing, break time. You've been through something. I mean, it's a 4, so we're already well on our way somewhere, and you've been through something, and this is allowing some healing to come in. Taking some time for yourself. This might be the self-interest, taking some time for yourself. I mean, maybe you have a lot of socialization going on in your environment, right? My reaction to this was, you're never alone. I was like, oh God, please, no. I want to be alone. I like being alone sometimes, not 24/7, but I do like it. And then this could be like, hey, take some time to be with yourself too, right? There's a lot of fun activity. You've accomplished something, but definitely take some time for healing and to be alone and to be with yourself here. Possible outcome though is 5 of materials. We have 3, 4, 5 here in the bottom row. Possible outcome though is feeling left out and alone. Okay, this reminds me of like camp, and I hated summer camp very, very much. I found it to be a nightmare. So I know lots of people love it and have great memories, but that was not me. I found it nightmarish. And so I tried it as an adult on a women's retreat, and I found it equally as nightmarish. So it was like, here I am on the women's retreat, completely surrounded by women. And then I'm like, I need alone time. I need alone time so bad. I don't like this. You know, I'm in a cabin with a bunch of other women, and they talk till 1 o'clock in the morning, and I want them to just be quiet. I just need some quiet time. I need some time away. I was super bad about boundaries at that point too. So this would be me like going off, like I'm going to go for a hike by myself. I'm going to go find the only bathroom that you can lock the door, and it's just a oneer, and I'm going to sit in here for a half an hour because people were trying to talk to me in the other bathroom. And so this is like you taking your time out. And then I would end up feeling left out because here's this whole group over here doing stuff and having fun. And I'm taking some time out. I'm choosing to do this, but I end up feeling a little left out too. You can't win. So this is 5 materials. You could take some time out here, and you could end up feeling a little left out anyway. Like, well, there's this whole group, there's this whole party going on here, and somehow I've chosen to remove myself from the party, take some time out, take some time to heal and to rest and to just be low, have some night time, right? This is that rest time, and this is you choosing to go to bed early, you choosing, but now you feel left out because the party's still going on in the next room. So there's some energy like that of you choosing to go to bed, you choosing to rest, you choosing some time out to dream and rejuvenate, and then you end up feeling left out. You end up feeling like you missed some sort of boat. But here, every time I've seen this card today, it's a choice. It's a choice. Here's the party, here's the music. Yeah, you feel left out, but you also decided to be left out. You chose to leave this party. You could go in. There's almost like the music is almost beckoning you into this warm place, but you're choosing to be left out, and you're choosing to be alone. And you might be feeling sorry for yourself, but it was still a choice. It's your choice. So you can be happy you had the freedom to make that choice, and it's not like a prison where you just have people around you all 24/7. But you made the choice, but you might resent it later, choosing to be alone. But your to-do list, what your energy you're supposed to interact with, taking some time alone, taking some time for your own healing, some self-interested time, these two together, some self-interest, some night, time to dream and lay a solid foundation, right? But feeling a little left out, or like you don't have quite what you need here. But yeah, so there could be some push-pull there, a conflict there of choosing some time out and then ending up feeling left out. But you chose it and it was great. That's cool. You have a lot of power to make that choice, you know? So choosing to leave the party in a way and take some time out to yourself. That's what I'm seeing here with this Five of Materials and all these other cards here. Usually the Five of Materials is poverty, abandonment, but I feel like it's almost a choice that you're making to leave this never alone energy. So taking some time out from some sort of social thing. That's been maybe fun and exciting, but it's starting to feel like an obligation and not a delight anymore. So, all right. So I hope that was helpful for you. Thank you so much for your likes, subscribes, and comments, and I'll see you guys in a couple weeks.